episode of Chatter Wheel. My name is Evan. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Gavin and Alina. What are the wheels going to have us talk about today?
Overrated invention. I don't even know what that would even entail.
For some reason, a Segway pops up into my head.
Sure, yeah, I feel like that completely counts.
Overrated is what again? I am so sorry. I'm drawing a blank on overrated.
Overrated
So,
is like it's
stupid. Like
it's like really highly talked about, but it doesn't
oh, okay.
do anything, right?
Okay.
So almost like the difference between Apple and Android. Like it's kind of a debate.
Depends. How old are we being today? We can be
All the
grandparents and say we can be grandparents and say cell phones and internet. We can say the older generations and say 6, 7 and Tide Pods. We can be our generation and we can say things that might be outdated: a fax machine, a pager, a
So what's one of those things that like
payphone.
honestly, you can probably put cell phones on this list, right? Things that are overrated but aren't necessarily like needed, right? Do you really need to be contacted 24/7?
I don't know. It depends. Younger kids, what they have episodes at school where if they don't have their cell phones, they have.
But it's like a brand new pacifier, right? Like you wouldn't let your toddler go to their preschool with a pacifier. Like, do we really need cell phones versus just like a landline? Everybody used to just have a landline. I could get a hold of you when you're home. Y'all remember when we had like the
pagers? That's what I just
yeah,
said.
pages,
yeah, pagers,
or even like the home message recorders.
Machine?
Yes,
The answering machine.
Gosh, thank you. Answering machine is the one I was looking for. And you just come home, you'd hit it, and there you go. Like, you either got a hold of someone or you didn't.
We've talked about this before when you had to call 1-800-COLLECT. Mom and Dad, I'm done with whatever I'm doing. Please come pick me up. Don't answer this. Bye.
Right? And, like, I feel like cell phones definitely have their place, but, like, honestly, probably a little overrated.
Can I do one that's like slightly in that same vein? But like tablets.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I feel that so many people buy tablets, myself included, where I'm like, I'm going to use this thing so much, it's going to get so much use, and everyone talks about it. They always have the new, bigger, and good screens, and then you buy it, and it kind of starts to collect dust after a while because you start to use everything else that's around you anyways.
Or, like, you needed something high, like, with more power, so then you end up getting a laptop anyway?
Yeah.
If we're going to go down that road, I'll go right then with you. I was going to say a camera because if you're not a real professional that's going out to take like wedding pictures, graduation pictures, something like that, your cell phone can work for a camera more better than probably a camera that's out there. So buying a camera and then needing it nowadays, really, your cell phone actually fits in your pocket instead of carrying around an actual camera or one that's got to go over your shoulder. So a camera for me is going to be the
Sure.
I like
I'm
it.
right
Yeah,
there
like
with ya.
yeah, like unless you're taking like pictures like thousands of yards away, like a wildlife photographer,
And being a creeper. Oh,
Yeah.
you went wildlife photographer.
I
I'm
was going
creeper.
wildlife photographer. Like when you're taking pictures of like birds or like wildlife,
The famous actor or actress.
whatever you do. But like unless you're in that profession, like yeah, I could see that not really having a place anymore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kids, there are cameras out there. There are these things that you used to have to load film into or a digital cartridge into the side instead of these things with an upload to the cloud. There
true.
are cameras.
And
We'll
I
put a
will
picture right here. Camera.
I will totally second what you said about, like, unless you're a professional photographer. One of my coworkers is an amateur photographer, and he made the claim about a year or two ago, exactly what you said. He sold his cameras that he had because his camera on his cell phone was better quality.
You see all these people that do recordings for commercials on their cameras. They have these big stabilizers that they just walk around and do all of these shots on, and it's better quality than some of the video cameras that are out there too. So yay, indie actors and indie actresses, come on
Right.
out there, videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I'm trying to think of like any other weird ones.
Yeah, it's like,
I
does
feel like the
anybody have
segue was a
anything
really
else?
good like honorable mention of like okay. Like, why would we need this?
Calculator. How many of us have the TI-86, TI-83?
She needs a calculator.
Yeah, on my desk currently.
You are a for your job. I will not out your job because we all don't say that on here. So for your job, you have to have one. I don't need one in my. No, math teacher. When are you gonna have a calculator in your pocket?
But honestly, yeah. This thing can do pretty much all the calculations that TI blah 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 can do.
Yep. Where are you now, math teacher?
Yeah, right.
Probably at home retired, but yeah. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, right.
All right.
Probably.
That is enough chitter chatter. Let's get at her with today's game. I have decided to revive one of my most favorite episodes from a previous episode, and it is.
Alina, we're leaving if it's history.
Immediately.
It's not history. You guys are so happy. I know you are. It is.
Just
you guys...
click disconnect. Yep. Get out of here.
I'm sorry. My internet's going out. Bye.
I had to go wash my hair. It was an emergency.
You guys are going to be painting like Bob Ross.
Oh, you're taking Alina's.
I'm taking
I see how it is.
Bro, I can't keep up with your food ones. I can't keep up with that.
I wasn't sure if you were doing one of the other ones, if you were going to have to go find stuff in our house again.
That might be for a different season, so more to come on that. There might already be stuff in the works for that. Okay. So, the first one, here's how it's going to work. I am going to read you the description. That is your free time. You have the length of the description to do what you need to do, and then after that, I will start a timer. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. So, you'll hear the description, and then I will start the timer, and then you guys will have 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll look at your pictures. Does that sound good? If at any point anything doesn't make sense in the description, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to start reading. All right, picture number 1. You're going to start at the top with the sky. You're going to fill it in using soft light blue, slightly lighter as you move downward. Add a few large fluffy clouds using white with a hint of light gray, keeping the edges soft and rounded. Just below that, paint a large mountain in the center. Use cool gray with a touch of blue, forming a tall peak with slightly jagged edges and smaller slopes on each side. Add white along the top and down one side for snow, blending it gently into the gray. If you think of a mountain, you'll be fine. At the base of the mountain, paint a thin line of trees stretching across the canvas.
Center. Okay. That's the only thing that I was trying to remember. I was like, are we on a side or
the mountain? I would say is mostly center. Yeah.
Mostly center. Okay. That's the only thing I was trying to remember. I was like, where am I putting this?
I will happily answer any questions after the 3 minutes start too. So at the base of the mountain, paint a thin line of trees stretching across the canvas. Use dark green and make small, pointy triangle shapes. Lightly brush over the bottom of the trees with white and a hint of blue to create a soft mist. Do your best. Below, fill in the lake using light blue mixed with white. Keeping your stroke smooth and horizontal, add a few thin streaks of white for reflections. On the left side, paint a large pine tree with a dark brown trunk and layered branches using deep green, adding light green highlights. Finally, in the bottom left, add a small rocky shoreline using dark brown and gray with bushes in dark green and yellow green. And I'm going to start a timer.
Can you just hit some main highlights again?
You have a sky that's blue with fluffy clouds. Yep. So that's going to cover like your main kind of upper top. In the center, to the right, you're going to have a mountain. It's going to be you're going to have a taller peak with 2 smaller peaks on the left and right side of it. Pick a side that you'll put snow on the mountain. So just make sure each side has snow, same side. So as you start to go down that mountain, it starts to kind of turn into like a hazy white, kind of like if it created like a fog. And then under that is kind of like your tree line. All the trees, they can kind of scatter in height, taller and shorter, but it's basically just a whole line of trees. So then under that, it starts your lake, and then the lake pretty much takes up the whole rest of the bottom, but then to the left you have like a shoreline with some kind of rubbish and bushes and stuff with a really tall tree, making it look like it's really close to the camera. Does that help?
Yep.
Anything? Okay.
That was great. Sorry, I was the way that I said it was. You were talking earlier. I was just like, wait. I know these are all words that are trying to help me, but I understand none of what you're saying right now.
I did double check all the words, but you're totally fine.
Does the lake go off to the right, or does that also go into?
Pretty much. I'm gonna start the timer at this point.
Yes.
Okay. So the lake, I would say, is pretty much the whole bottom right corner. And then it stretches across past the middle, and then shortly after the middle is kind of when that shoreline starts, but there's still a little bit of water, like really close to like what the camera would be.
Is there one big tree on the right or multiple?
It's one big tree. It's one big tree. Gavin.
Oh, Alina, you're going to so win this one. I feel bad that I actually took a snip of this.
I will let you know.
Don't count yourself out yet.
I am done. This is going to be horrible.
Hey, you saw mine last time.
I know, and this is fine because we are doing this the same way. Like,
you are at the halfway mark.
Nope.
I'm guessing this
is Gavin, I've
where...
seen your picture, but I'm not going to have any reaction.
No, I know.
So, but I did get your picture, and it did come through.
Oh, you already gave me your picture?
We did not. I did not think we had this much time when you were.
I said 3 minutes. Sorry.
No, I know that.
Alina,
no. Not by any means. I didn't think Alina gave us this much time at the end of her.
Gavin, you do have 53 seconds left if you want to make any revisions.
There's no way saving this picture.
Okay.
I am golden. I will go hard on the next one.
All right. I'm going to show you what the picture looks like. You'll see a little bit of the description just because I will. So this will show my browser, but that's okay. So here's what the picture is supposed to look like. And then I will show you Gavin's picture.
I see nothing anymore.
Here's Gavin's picture.
Oh.
Nice.
It's not bad.
That's not too far off from what I had. So
it's not bad. It's not bad. And then let me pull up Alina's.
There it goes. Think of all the hours I spent in Paint as a kid.
It is.
Yeah, we didn't have games when we were a kid on the computer. It was just Paint.
Okay.
See, I knew it was a pine tree, and I should have done it more piney.
So I will try to do something.
Always more piney.
Let's see.
Did you say at the beginning if the picture was broken down into thirds or anything like that?
I can't remember, but I will try to add that in.
Just add that, because I think that's where my brain got stuck. Because I was like, well, how big are the clouds? How big are the? I'm just trying to trying to justify my bad drawing. Alina definitely won that one. You don't even have to come back to that. What does the next picture look like, sir?
Just
you don't even have to come back to me. No, do not show that picture again. On to Alina's picture, because
we will. You guys cannot see my screen anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just want to make sure before I pull up the next picture with its description. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Clear your canvases if you haven't already. I am going to start reading the description for the second picture. So. Oh, man, that's right. I threw a little bit of a twist in from the last one, so it wasn't completely. So the last picture, I described it to you from the top down. Now I was going to describe it to you from the left to the right.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
So, starting on the far left, you're going to paint, so it's going to be a big cluster of trees. You're going to sit kind of on the darker green side. It's going to be kind of loose, rounded top, just darker, like looking into a dense forest kind of type trees.
There's a lot of section on the left. Are we on the top left, bottom left, middle left? Where are we on the left?
You are going to be pretty much if you take out the last... okay, so from the very top, there's going to be like a tiny bit of sky. And then the rest of it will be trees until about the halfway mark. and then you're
What
going to
color
start.
is the sky?
It's going to be a sunset, so you're kind of going into, in this part, it's going to be like still kind of bluish, but fading into orange. So it's with the sun eventually being, which will kind of be almost dead center in the picture. So as you're kind of fading that in, so your trees that you'll do will kind of end about halfway in the picture, and then it'll start like kind of like a path. It'll be like grassy with kind of like a sand type path leading up to a cabin. So you're going to make, so it's going to be a cabin in front of those dense trees that you made, and then there's going to be a path leading up to the cabin. That is your whole left half, essentially, of your picture.
What time of year is it?
Summer.
Is it like left and right side? Is that what we're describing?
It'll pretty much be just
or
about
is it
a left,
left,
and right.
middle, right? Okay.
The only thing that pretty much holds or connects the two together is the sky along the very top. That's like the only pretty much consistent thing in common.
Is the cabin only on the left-hand side?
Yes. The cabin is like almost dead center on the left side. So there's that kind of grassy path, or there's a grassy shoreline. It's a grassy shoreline with like a sand path leading up to a cabin. Think of like evening time. There's lights on inside the cabin, so there's a few windows.
What color is the cabin?
Like a dark, if you think of like your traditional cabin in the woods, it's like a darker brown color, kind of like almost more of like a wooden kind of dark wood,
like a log cabin.
Color. Yeah, yep. And then, pretty much just about halfway, a little bit closer to the path from like where the picture essentially is being taken, you're going to draw a dock. So the whole right half is pretty much going to be lake.
Okay. Does the shore turn from grass to shore? Because you said
it is pretty much like, if you think of like, it's like grass, and then you come up to the path, and then there's like another little sliver of grass, and then it goes into the shore, and then the rest of it is the lake.
Is there a beach on the shore?
No, there's no beach. It's more so like rocks kind of go that separate the path from the water. And I would say the rocks are like a grayish, kind of like a darker gray color. So I want to emphasize this because it's important. So there's that dock that's in the center that, of course, stretches out into the water, and there's actually a canoe that is on basically, I'm going to say the camera side of the picture, but there's a canoe on the camera side of the dock. So when you're looking out from the picture, the canoe is closer to you than the dock is.
What color is the canoe?
It mostly red with kind of like a little bit of a sliver of gray on the bottom. So it's a big lake, right? So imagine a lake. It's of course a sunset, so don't forget that detail. You have the sunset going along, kind of that little bit of a reflection off of the lake. On the right side, there's a little bit of a sliver. It's like another shoreline. It's way further off into the distance. It's further than like even what the cabin would be. And then there's about 4 kind of trees, all of the same height and same color and same look. They're just kind of like rounded, like big, kind of like forest trees. Your sun pretty much hangs in the center. It's kind of like off to the right. But if you're in the center, it would be totally justified if you've already put the sun there. And then if you just think of like a sunset sky, it's kind of like orange, the closer you get to the sun, and it kind of fades. It's a kind of a slightly cloudy sky, and the sunset kind of really emphasizes like the orange in the sky. There's just like little hints of blue, but it's mostly orange. And then the only other thing, and it's a detail you can easily add, but on the path, on the left side of the path, there's like a little like light post that's kind of like lighting up the path, but the light post doesn't really have much detail other than just you see it. There's a little bit of like light reflection from it on the path, but just a tiny bit.
We had a big tree over here.
All right, I have hit every detail of the picture so far, so I'm going to start the 3-minute timer, and then I will just wait for whenever you guys either send it or the timer runs out.
This needs to be bigger. So
what was on the other side of the lake? I'm not asking.
Like on the right side, like on the right side of the lake, like
yes,
the opposite side of the cabin.
How much and what can you see? Yes.
Yep. So it's like more off into the distance. It's just like a shoreline that kind of like sticks out from the middle right, just kind of into the lake, but not even halfway in from like the side, you know.
What am I drawing? Trees, houses, trees.
Four
Okay.
trees. They all kind of are an equal in height and of the same size, and they're kind of just like rounded off, kind of like deep forest trees. You have 1 minute and 45 seconds left.
Here, let's...
It's not a trivia game, but you guys have to sit there and listen to my crazy descriptions of things.
You're good.
We all just explain things differently. I'm also trying to...
I will answer any questions you have. Like, there's no
I don't
limit or
even...
anything.
no, it's not even that. We all go in on different things. So I think the cabin is bigger and more important. And then you have all the rest of this stuff. So I made the cabin this big thing with this canoe. And then you keep explaining all this stuff on the right-hand side. So I have this giant cabin over here in a tiny little lake because I didn't think there was anything else because you're like, there's a lake for the rest. And then you're like, oh, yeah, by the way, there's trees over here. And I was like, I have to fit trees on here now? You said the lake.
Also, 30 seconds.
Did you say that there's gray clouds in the sky? Is that what it was?
No, the sky is mostly like a sunset orange. There's like,
Just
it kind of
clear?
gets a little bit more blue the higher on the picture you get, like higher towards the top. You have 10 seconds left. 2, 1. Virtual paintbrushes down. Send your pictures as they are.
No.
Gosh, hold up. There we go. As I went to go snip it, I apparently had my paintbrush still in my hand, and it just, like, put a big streak across everything.
I just hope you erased it all.
Okay. So, I'm gonna share what the actual picture looks like.
Dude, mine's not any better.
So here's what the actual picture looks like.
Oh, okay.
I've seen both of your pictures. Neither of you are, like, that terribly far off. So, with that being said, whose picture did I show first? Gavin's, so we'll show Alina's first. Alright, so I will share my screen. So here is Alina's picture.
My son looks like an egg yolk.
And then here is... Let me get through each one, and then we will go back to any one that we want to review. Here is Gavin's picture.
Okay. That's actually pretty close.
You know,
the house is behind the dock, not in front of the dock.
I'll let it out my friend list here. Ooh, tempting.
Just
go to the real picture.
Go to the real picture? Hold on. Here is the real picture.
Your dog's at least going out the right direction. Mine's going...
Yours went out the right direction.
Ooh, I can share something else? Wait, hold on. Where's my entire screen? That's fine.
Because you had... Yeah, you had...
So here's Gavin's.
Yeah, see, your dock went the right direction. You had the canoe in the lake.
Yeah.
Your house
I
is
put
way
the
bigger than mine.
Okay, so
And your sunset actually looks like a sunset.
My my rock path though is not anything like that's supposed to look like. Yours is...
Oh yeah, like mine's super great.
You know, I think... Hold on.
Do you have the light on the right side?
I didn't get the light in there, nope.
Oh, okay.
That's it. All right, well,
My pathway is going the wrong direction, but yes.
Functionally...
It's going to the dock. That's all you really need to go to, right? Like,
functionally, Gavin's picture wins because he got the light post. So
he did get the light post.
He did get the light post.
On the wrong side, but sure, I'll take it. I'll take it with the win for hypotheticals. Deal.
It's there.
I'll take it. Woohoo! Lamppost for the win. I like lamp. Thank you.
All right. I am gonna wing this one. So you guys are in for a treat because this one could be considered the most difficult one. That's why I left it for last.
Okay.
So I will
because we did such great jobs on the first couple. All
I
right.
will...
Watch, we wing this one and it's amazing.
All right.
It'll be great.
So I'm going to even stare at the picture and just visualize it and explain it to you. So in this picture...
where are we starting?
So there's 3 vertical sections of the picture, okay? The leftmost vertical section is going to be... so the whole picture is like looking down a creek. So it's like you have this very thin river line kind of flowing away from you, okay? So on the left side and on the right side is grass. The water and grass are separated by rocks. So that's kind of the visual if you can visualize it. So on that left side, on that little shoreline, there is kind of like a darker tree that looks like a big cherry blossom tree. So it's like pink and white. So that's what, and it's just, the leaves are just totally covered in it. So, and then just directly under it in the base.
Question.
Yeah.
What's the background?
The background is essentially like kind of like wavy mountains with a blue skies with white fluffy clouds. That's essentially your background, and then like some trees, kind of what would be like almost like perfectly middle in the picture. You're gonna see just like the top of the trees, but we'll kind of get to that in a second. I just want to hit one more detail on the left side. So on the base of that like big cherry blossom kind of looking tree, the base of it has like more kind of pink flowers, and then they're like purple flowers kind of to the right of it as well. And then all of that, of course, is just on that grass shore. So on that creek that I was saying that kind of goes right through the middle, there is a like a stone bridge that just kind of goes over it that separates the two, or that connects the two pieces of land, and it kind of makes like that arch shape over the creek. It's kind of like, if you can imagine like your standard kind of stone looking bridge for kind of like a countryside creek looking. It's kind of like that darker, kind of lighter gray and some brown spots kind of in it and whatnot.
Did you say where on the
bridge?
Yeah, the bridge. Where is it
The
on this
bridge
path?
is like almost right in the center of the picture. It's like just ever so slightly to the left of the center, but like it's like really center.
Deal.
And then, so going over that bridge now, you come up to a path that kind of runs in line with like what the grass would be. It runs in line with the lake. It's just on this shore, that shoreline now, right? So that's still all grass. And then it's like a stone path that kind of goes in line with how the creek is going. And then just a little bit more to the right of that. So this is, of course, the rightmost third now that I'm describing. So it's that path, and then again, that shoreline is just, and water is separated by the same kind of like stone rocks. And then, which will end up being slightly right to the path, is kind of like a country home. It has like a big like A-frame on it with like a little chimney, and then like some windows, and are blue. What are the things to the left and the right on the window? It's like the visual
Shutters.
Shutters. There are blue shutters on the windows. And then there's the door is like lighter brown. The house itself is probably almost like a beige color, and then the roof is like a wooden dark brown. So the front door is lighter brown, the roof is darker brown. The sky, you can see sky above the house, you can see sky above the mountains and the trees in the background, but you cannot see sky above the cherry blossom tree on the most left side. That is pretty much the details. So before I start, go ahead.
Explain the right hand. Nope, you can start the clock. Explain the right hand side of the thing to me again.
Sure. Let me start the clock. Hold on. Oh, you're lucky. I think I turned off the clock.
Oh darn.
Well, Alina's lucky. I don't know what I'm drawing.
Okay, so the rightmost third, you have a house. So the rightmost third, you have that country house that has a lighter brown door, 2 windows or 3 windows.
What color's the house?
It's like the overall house is like beige. Beige. And then with a dark brown roof and a light brown front door, and there are 2 windows on like the main floor of the house that have blue shutters.
How much of the house can you see?
You can see 2 walls of the house. So what would be like the long side of the house, and then the one of the short sides of the house.
Which side is pointed? Which side is on the right side, and which side is on the left side?
The right side has 2 windows on it. One of the windows has the blue shutters on the bottom, and then a little tiny window on the top, closer up to the A-frame. And then on the left side, it's the lighter brown left front doors on the left most side of that. And then the right side is another window with blue shutters. 1:45. You are approaching the 1-minute mark.
There's a mountain in the middle. Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah, it's like a very faint off in the distance mountain, and there's only really like the most like kind of like center of it, because like the cherry blossom tree takes up the whole left half, and then the house takes up the right. So you just kind of get the little snippet of the mountains like in the center and the background. It's essentially you should feel like looking up the creek. Like if you were to follow the creek, it would eventually bring you to those mountains that you see in the background. So they're kind of like in that same middle line. That's at least what I imagine. And 30 seconds.
I can tell that me and Alina have done games together to put our minds the same way. Because when you explain, my mind goes a different way completely. Because I made a lot of space for the sky, and my cherry blossom is a lot tinier, and my house is a lot tinier than what I think it should. No, it's okay, but I don't think. Good job, Alina.
Alina.
Yeah.
Your time is up.
Well, tell me my time is up then.
It is. It just hit.
Okay. Okay. I'm getting it in there. Bam. Oh, I don't think I blinked. Did I blink?
All right.
Oh, gosh, my eyes hurt.
I want both of you to know before I show this, I reviewed your final pictures. Both of you did great. So I'm going to show you the first picture.
I think he's got that dead answer of you're both great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Both did a great job.
Yeah.
Do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Like this. I'm just going to share my entire screen.
So what you should just do is take snippets of both the pictures and put the snippets on one side and then your picture on the other and just share it all at once.
All right. Here's the picture you were trying to make.
Yeah, nope. That's not what I made. That's a house.
That's what I said.
I'm not aware of what you said.
All right. And here is we did Alina's last time, so we'll do Gavin's this time.
I don't know if this technically counts as an A-frame house. We're going to review some architecture later.
Is that not an A-frame?
We'll review later.
All right, here's Gavin's.
Okay.
That's not bad.
No, sure.
You got the sky, you got the house, you got the bridge, and you got the cherry blossom. And you got the creek in the middle. That's not bad.
And here is Alina's.
Can I just say something? I put a stone in the middle of my river. Like I knew they had a stone in the middle of their river.
Hold on.
I'm like, you know what this creek needs? A stone. Everybody always puts stones in the middle of creeks. That way you can tell it's shallow.
I feel like she helped him pick his pictures.
I have not seen his pictures ever.
I claim collusion. Collusion!
No. Or else my house would be the right color.
She was napping when I made these pictures, so no collusion.
I will give her that, though.
So.
Looks good.
I was like, you know what always goes into creeks? Random stones.
All right.
Every time.
I think, and he just talked about collusion, but I think I'm going to actually give the win to Alina. Good job, Alina.
Did not pick his pictures.
That ends the rest of our show. Alina, are you able to pull up the wheel?
I was like, that's not the end of our show. Collusion. She's going to pick her.
Oh my gosh, if it ends up being her.
It's collusion. I'm just kidding.
We'll edit collusion across the screen if it ends up being...
It's just going to go, Gavin, collusion, Gavin, collusion, Gavin, collusion.
Ooh, this one's getting all Halloween-y on us. There.
Oh yeah, it is purple and orange, isn't it?
Purple and orange.
All right. Hold on. Okay. Let it rip, and it ends up being, it proves it's not collusion, and that it's Gavin.
We go back and look, she changed the odds 50% more for me. No, she can't.
So you visibly see that.
No, I know. That's why I'm joking.
So,
all right, well,
that ends the rest of our show. We will, oh my gosh. That ends the rest of our show. Please like and subscribe, comment, you know what to do, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.